Okay, there we go. Good evening, everyone. All right, so we have day 455 on the record books this morning or this evening. So let us start by offering a song to get this prayer vigil down started. Be singing Grace or Sailing with Our Father. Now let us go into our full bow, our affectionate greeting to our two parents of heaven, earth, and humankind at this time. 저력 전진 전품님께 경배 바로 Please join me as we recite the family pledge number 8, first in Korean, then in English. 가정 맹세 8. 천일극 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑은 중심하고 천일극 시대를 맞이하여 절대 신안, 절대 사랑, 절대 복종으로 신인의 일체 이상을 이루어 지상 전국과 정상 전국의 해방관과 속방관을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. Number 8. Our family, the owner of Chanoguk, pledges having entered the era of Chanoguk to achieve the ideal of God and human beings united in love through absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience, and to perfect the realm of liberation and complete freedom in the kingdom of God on earth and in heaven by centering on true love. All right, let us take this time have our seats and meditate during this portion of our 전심원 prayer vigil. Now at this time we can go into our gratitude prayer after our reflection and meditation. Let's go into gratitude. Aju, Aju, At this time, we can go into our Hundoke. For this evening, we'll be going back into our mother's memoir. We'll be reading from oh, the section in mother's memoir. Okay, we will be reading from the section titled Daffodils. Please join me in our reading for this evening. What does Belvedere mean? I asked our first missionary to the United States. In Italian, she answered, it means beautiful scenery, a magnificent view. Dr. Yakarin will mm, 72 on these expansive lawns. Our American members and guests were taught that the principle through workshops ranging from a 2-day weekend to 100 days. My husband gave sermons at 6 o'clock a.m. every Sunday as well. The training center would often be crowded with young people from all the world who came to meet my husband and me. In the early years, I planted yellow daffodils at Belvedere and near our nearby East Garden residence and conference center. Why daffodils? Daffodils are the harbingers of spring. As the first flowers to pierce through the frozen ground after withstanding the cold of winter, they herald the coming of warmth and new life. I am always amazed at this providence displayed by Mother Nature and by the strength of the sprouts that appear where snow still remains. Roses and lilies that bloom in spring or midsummer are beautiful, but I most appreciate the little daffodil, whose humble, unassuming bloom breaks the spell of cold winter. Called to be the only begotten daughter and true mother, my path is to break through the icy grip of human sin and help bring God's blessing to the world. I often identify with this lovely flower. It was a return to Belvedere for a special event in the summer of 2016. It was first, and the American commemorating the 40th of the God Bless America rally at Yankee Stadium. There, America's responsibility as the land God prepared to bring unity of all races and religions through its Christian spirit and foundation. That God needed Korean movement, the Unification Church of Sun Myung Moon, and following God, we with all of our at that time, Father Moon and I were known only as the founders of an emerging religious movement. Desperate with the hope of giving birth to God's global peace kingdom. With this heart, I felt so grateful to the families that gathered on that day at Belvedere to celebrate this 40th anniversary. It was a sea of daffodils. They were in their 20s in 1976, and now here they were, with their children and grandchildren. At one point, we sang, "You are my sunshine." It is a simple song, but one that I will never forget. For to me and to all gathered on that day, it has deep significance. I was overcome with emotion, silently meditating, reliving the memories that flooded through me. The Puritan spirit of seeking God and religious liberty at all costs gave birth to the United States of America. Nonetheless, over time, America permitted a selfish and decadent culture to emerge and displace its original concern for God's will. Traditional Christianity lacks spiritual resources to prevent the rise of sexual immorality and materialism. Arriving here in December 1971, my husband and I, with our members, invested all our strength to resurrect the founding spirit of America and awaken Americans to their God-given responsibilities. God's dream is for all people in the world to live with gratitude in the peaceful, happy realm of God's love. To achieve this, we knew we had to stir up a revolutionary culture of heart. This was the impetus for our Yankee Stadium rally on June 1st, 1976. The year 1976 was the bicentennial of the founding of the United States. As Koreans, citizens of a republic that owed its existence in large part to the United States, we love America. Since 1972, my husband had been speaking emphatically throughout America, saying, "God sent me in the role of a doctor and as a firefighter to save America." We believe that America is a chosen nation, and we declared as our theme for the 1976 rally, "God bless America." We raised our voices to shout that God needs America to overcome communism and restore family-centered morality. Throughout April and May of 1976, our worldwide membership prayed for success at Yankee Stadium. Volunteers came to New York from across the United States, as well as from Japan and Europe, to invite people to attend. They reached out tirelessly and enthusiastically. We tried in those 2 months to awaken a sleeping giant, to revive the democratic world by countering the influence of communism and the culture of drugs and free sex that was destroying the moral fiber of America's young people. We considered the bicentennial a crossroads, an event that would signal whether or not we could change America's direction. Through our members' hard work, people from throughout the tri-state area and our supporters from other states and nations gathered. And on that first day of June, others gathered as well, just as in Korea, were from the right and left. Christians and communists united to accuse and attack. Outside Yankee Stadium, the demonstrators were yelling, screaming, and heaping all kinds of ridicule upon us. The police couldn't handle it, so we sent many of our core members out of their seats inside to cordon off the crowds of opponents and allowed the more than 50,000 people to enter peacefully. As history records, however, the real drama of Yankee Stadium was not in the protests. The real drama was the weather. Even though the sky was clouding up, thousands of people were in their seats and more thousands were entering the stadium. The banners and signs Sound system and staging were all set up. The band and choir were in place. Suddenly, a violent rainstorm swept in from Long Island Sound. Fierce winds blew. Rain poured down. Our God Bless America banners were torn off the outfield walls, and our posters were soaked. The equipment on stage was blown around. The rain soaked the people as well. It was an indescribable mess. And outside the stadium, the crowds of opponents was yelling, screaming, and heaping all kinds of ridicule upon us. One would have wondered, was God truly with us? Was this all part of God's plan? Then one of our young American leaders jumped onto the top of the home team dugout, raised his arms like a conductor in front of an orchestra, and started singing at the top of his lungs. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies aren't gray. It was like a signal flare. With one heart, everyone began to sing. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. A magnificent chorus spread throughout the stadium, and tears of joy mixed with drops of rain flowing down everyone's faces. The summer squall, our opponent's criticism, and the scramble to protect the equipment, these had only bolstered our spirit. Even though we were soaked, no one sought shelter. Heaven was the shelter that united the people of all races, nations, and religions that filled the stadium. That singing was the condition of faith and unity that moved God. The skies over the stadium began to brighten. The darkness cast in both heaven and earth was lifted. Rays of sunshine appeared, and the festival which seemed utterly demolished was reborn. Our volunteers swept the stage, wiped off the media equipment, and cleared the grounds of fallen signage. Now, with the sunshine warming everyone, the program began. Before he went out to the stage, my husband said a prayer. Then he grabbed my hand and said, "Thanks to your sincere devotion and prayer, I am going on stage today." My husband's smile of gratitude was warmer than the sun that was shining through the clouds. I truly felt that we and our entire global family had pierced the darkness. From the borderline of death, we had resurrected into a bright future for heaven and earth. I brushed the cold raindrops from my face and gave him a hug of encouragement. We had strong faith in God and in the salvation of the world, and we did not lose courage because we were fully aware that God was with us. Compared to the hardships and oppression we faced in our homelands before coming to the United States, this was nothing. We transformed shouts of opposition into songs of glory. The pouring rain and gusts of wind blew away our signs, but not our love. As my husband took the stage, the audience greeted him with loud applause. "Who are the true Americans?" he asked. True Americans are those who have a universal mind. True Americans are those who believe in the one family of humankind, transcendent of color and nationality as willed by God. True Americans are those who are proud of such international families, churches, and nations consisting of all peoples. With faith and courage, the rally was a great success. It was 30 years later, in June of 2006, on our sprawling complex on Cheonpyeong Lake in the Republic of Korea, that our movement opened its global capital, the Chongjong Palace. In its gardens, I did not plant roses or lilies. I planted daffodils. And early each spring, as I see the yellow flowers peeking out from under the melting winter snow, I am gently reminded of the Yankee Stadium event. Daffodils, which overcome the snow and wind, are a signal for the advent of new life. Their bright little petals, the color of sunlight, are the first sign that spring has finally come. They will always be here, in a special place in my heart. To me, they symbolize the beauty and peace that is blossoming worldwide in our movement. They are seemingly small, but within them is a surge of new life that leads us to forget that there ever was a winter. Thank you. That concludes our reading for this evening. Now we can just take some time to meditate on everything that we read, whether it be Mother's metaphor of what daffodils are symbolically representative of her, the harbingers of spring, the Yankee Stadium rally that she fondly recalled, and how those daffodils remind her of the Yankee Stadium rally in 1976. Let's take some time to reflect on our reading for today. Okay, thank you. So now at this time, instead of sharing reflections, there was a song that I know that Dan Pfefferman created to capture the events of the Yankee Stadium rally, and I'll just be showing it to you all. It's titled "The Day We Drove the Rain Away." So you guys can just listen to it as we go into the Yankee Stadium rally that Mother likes to reminisce upon.
my sunshine where the Yankees used to play. The day we drove the rain away. I recall the storm that darkened our blue sky. How the angry thunder ravaged all our hearts. But a faithful few kept singing, and they made the tempest fly. So once again our day of hope could start. The day we drove the rain away. Oh, the day we drove the rain away. And we sang, you are my sunshine, where the Yankees used to play. The day we drove the rain away. When you spoke that day, I had to shed a tear. How you love my country, even though it's flawed. That message is still with me. It echoes in my ears. One nation and one family under God. The day we drove the rain away. Oh, the day we drove the rain away. And we sang, you are my sunshine, where the Yankees used to play. The day we drove the rain away. The day we drove the rain away. Oh, the day we drove the rain away.
Every corner of the
And we
world.
sang, you are my sunshine, where the Yankees used to play.
You are.
The day we drove the rain away.
You are God. It is only in this nation, and no matter where you come from, you can proudly say, this is my country. That is America. In the sight of God, there is no black, there is no white, there is no yellow.
하나의 세계를 저 완골도한 나라를 정력코 이루어야 할 것입니다.
The free world must liberate the enslaved communist world. This time, our task is build one world under God. Let us unite and together build the kingdom of God right here on earth.
Sunshine where the Yankees used to play. The day we drove the rain away.
Yay. Okay, now with that, let us go into our song to go into our resonance prayer for this evening. Let us all rise and sing.
내 자녀가 나를 떠나 돌아섰지만 내 사랑이 내 자녀를 보기 못하니 내 모든 것 내어주고 나 그들을 찾으리라. 부모님께 돌아가자. 우리 돌아서도 사랑 변치 않네. 부모님께 돌아가자. 우리 넘어져도 그 사랑 영원하네.
내 자녀가 나를 떠나 돌아섰지만 내 사랑은 내 자녀를 보기 못하니 내 모든 것 채워주고 나 그들을 찾으리라.
부모님께 돌아가자.
Please join me in prayer. Dear most beloved Heavenly Parent, true parents, and Jesus, good evening. God, we just want to offer our hearts here as we come here in the Junction 1 to pray. God, I know that we are all balancing out our lives with work and also our relationship with you. But we just hope that this space can be a place where we can reconnect with you, God. And just remember that through whatever happens throughout the weeks, throughout each day, that we can always remember, Heavenly Parent, that you're always there and helping us to recognize the bigger and grander things that, God, you are fighting for, that even True Mother is working hard for, Heavenly Parent, at this time. So I pray, Heavenly Parent, that we don't think that we're doing everything on our own and that we're by ourselves, but always reminding each other that we're here for one another, that we're doing it together to bring other brothers and sisters to this kind of environment, to help them experience the love of our True Mother and to experience this big vision and goal that we have to restore all of the nation, all of the world, all the people's hearts to come back to you, Heavenly Parent. And whatever it may take through the different activities, events, and through each person here, God, you are using that we may represent your love as truly and as wholeheartedly as we can as your vessels. So we pray, Heavenly Parent, that you can give us the strength to keep going, to hold on to this vision, and with even more strong hearts, we can go out to reach out to many more people, Heavenly Parent. And we know that they are waiting to understand their value, know who they are, where they come from. And I pray, Heavenly Parent, that we can always have this broader vision in mind, because true parents have had this type of vision for as long as we can remember, since the day that they received this mission, that they've devoted their entire lives to bring people into this dream and this kingdom of heaven on earth. And so as their stewards, Heavenly Parent, we would like to do whatever that we can to extend a hand to those individuals and bring them into this space, Heavenly Parent. And as we come here today, God, we want to just offer our hearts and lay it all down on the altar, Heavenly Parent. Whatever that may be on our hearts, whatever that may be weighing down on our shoulders, Heavenly Parent, we can just be here in this space and just offer it up to you. And we're truly grateful, God, each and every day that we get to renew a more new determination for the next day. And on a clean slate, God, we can move forward, Heavenly Parent, together with you. So as we come before you, Heavenly Parent, we just ask that you can be an ear and listen to our earnest prayers as we offer them here tonight. And God, I just pray that we can feel your presence and your love and your strength even more flowing within us, that we may keep going and keep pushing, Heavenly Parent, to share this with many more people. So I pray, God, that you can be here with us as we offer our hearts and our prayer as we go into our unison and resonance prayer. So I thank you, Heavenly Parent. I thank you for your constant love and True Mother's constant love and guidance, even through the leadership in our nation. And thank you for all of the hard work within the community and the pastors and all that they are doing, Heavenly Parent. I thank you so much. I want to pray and offer this in all our names here. In my name, now and God, the blessed and true couple, Adieu.
Jew. Now at this time, the gates of heaven are open, and we are ready to offer our resonance prayer to heaven. Let us now shout our abojis and omanis for our true parents to hear, and then let us begin resonance prayer. 통성보고 시작! 아버지, 어머니, 아버지, 어머니, 아버지, 어머니.
찾아야만 하는 내 자녀 간절하게 너를 부르네 나 홀로 걸어가네 이 마음은 영원할 수 없네 거친 모래 폭풍이 불어 한치 앞도 보이지 않네 찾아야만 하는 내 자녀 간절하게 너를 부르네 나 홀로 기도하네 이 눈물 멈출 수가 없네 거친 모래 폭풍이 불어 한치 앞도 보이지 않네 찾아야만 하는 내 자녀 간절하게 너를 부르네 거친 모래 폭풍이 불어 한치 앞도 보이지 않네 찾아야만 하는 내 자녀 간절하게 너를 부르네 거친 모래 폭풍이 불어 한치 앞도 보이지 않네 찾아야만 하는 내 자녀 간절하게 너를 부르네
영원할 수 없네
아주. Let us now go into our 3 cheers of Okmanse for our victorious 455th Chunchiman prayer vigil. 전일합신 하늘 뽑아람 억만세 승리합신 전진 참품하람 억만세 Day 455 Blue Dragon Prayer Vigil 대승리 억만세 let us now offer a full bow in front of our Heavenly Parent and True Parents to conclude our evening prayer vigil. 자력 전신 천부님께 경배 bow. 바로 at ease.